We are a couple of weeks away from WrestleMania, and there's a lot of WrestleMania things to talk about. And the very latest in regards to Cody Rhodes. This is WrestleRound bringing you all of the latest in today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. So make sure to have those notifications turned on to always be up to date, and let's get right into it. And let's start off this weekend's coverage by talking about Cody Rhodes, because right now there is a lot of conflicting reports in regards to his status, and there is a lot of speculation that he might not even be going to WWE. First, reports from Body Slam indicated that the talks between Cody Rhodes and WWE had quote-unquote fizzled out, but then Dave Meltzer indicated that that was not the case. Ringside News then added that apparently Cody Rhodes was listed for WrestleMania. Enters Dave Meltzer again, this time today, indicating that there is definitely a change in Cody/WWE status, and that creative was told of this last night. With Cody Rhodes quote-unquote being listed on the eternal documents for WrestleMania 38, it does feels like he is coming back to WWE. As for if it does happen, the big question is what he does at WrestleMania. We speculated a matchup against Seth Rollins, but it all depends what happened on this upcoming Monday, because by then we know what WWE is gonna do with Kevin Owens and Seth at the big event, hopefully. Talking about WrestleMania, we got some matches confirmation. So on this week's SmackDown, we found out that Pat McAfee will indeed be taking Austin Theory in a one-on-one matchup. On top of that, it is being reported by the Wrestling Observer newsletter that the WrestleMania Battle Royal match is returning to this year's card. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal is also returning, but it's not being planned for WrestleMania. Instead, it looks like WWE gonna be doing that matchup on the Monday Night Raw or the SmackDown episode before the big WrestleMania weekend. On some potential surprises that we could be seeing on the Women's Battle Royal, that could be Bayley and Asuka, as this week newsletters note indicated that Asuka is quote-unquote clear after shoulder surgery. I know we have been hearing that a lot over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully this means that it is true and it's finally happening. Although Asuka did tweet it out, if it is true that she is clear. She is likely trolling though, as today she also did tweet out that her shoulder may finally be as strong as the Hawk. As for Bayley, the only update on her is that she is not clear yet, but she quote-unquote should be shortly. One thing is certain, we are extremely close to WrestleMania already, so if WWE is trying to book them, unless they're gonna save it as a surprise, that return better happen already. On some AEW news, we got some breaking news coming out of AEW Rampage last night, which was live, as this weekend we got the big pay-per-view. It was revealed that former WWE superstar Eric Rowan, now Eric Redbeard, is all elite and will be part of this weekend's pay-per-view, AEW Revolution, as he is going to team up with Pac and Penta to take on the House of Black. He is of course replacing Rey Fenix, who is still out with an injury. If we get details on what type of contract it is that he has right now, we'll let you know. Talking about signing though, Tony Khan did reveal that Paige Van Zandt will be signing with AEW on next week AEW's Dynamite. Last bit of news I want to talk about is Brock Lesnar revealing that he considers himself to be retired after WrestleMania 36. So Brock Lesnar finished out his contract with WWE at WrestleMania 36 in 2020 when he lost the WWE title to Drew McIntyre. Brock Lesnar then went on hiatus with the belief that he will return with the company when they needed him. Brock then returned last August at SummerSlam and has been in a feud against Roman Reigns, but it looks like that was not really the plan, as recently in an interview in a Michael Kay show, he stated the following: "When I was younger, I thought I want to retire when I'm 40. I actually retired when the pandemic hit and my contract was up in 2020. Full circle, Brock Lesnar's story. I had my first wrestling match in Minnesota, was in a garage with no people. 20 years later, had a WWE title match at WrestleMania in a warehouse in front of no people. 20 years of full circle, I was like, I'm out." End quote. When asked what made him come out of retirement, typical Brock Lesnar, he replied with cha-ching, the money. So of course, Vince McMahon gave him a massive deal. Brock Lesnar is going to be taking on Roman Reigns in a winner-takes-all title unification match for the Universal title at WrestleMania 38. I can't even say that whole sentence because it's a long one, and even says unification that WWE is probably not really going to do as we discussed in the previous video. Anyways guys, that is all the latest for now. More wrestling news updates incoming as we head into WrestleMania, of course, so make sure to have those notifications turned on. Stay savage, and I'll catch you on the next one.